Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is April the 23rd, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, I'm still awake. In fact, I've been awake waiting for what just happened. I absolutely expected that the talks would fall apart in London after it was confirmed that Marco Rubio would not be attending, nor Stephen Witkoff would be attending, and only Kellogg. At that point, I knew it was over, but there was nothing I could share until the news started to drop, and now the news has started to drop. So we'll start here. I've got it, just a quick update for you guys. And yes, after this, I'm going to go to sleep. It's 10 a.m. in Ukraine, 3 a.m. here in the East Coast U.S. London meetings are postponed. Breaking news, Starmer, it's out, it's over. Witkoff, Yermak will not be meeting. Rubio's gone. Why did all of this happen and unfold over the last few hours? It's very simple, because Zelenskyy today, we reported it on the video earlier and we reported it on the live with Johnny Pierce. Forget it. Red line, Crimea is non-negotiable. And that was the big drawing card that the Trump administration obviously was trying to use. Now, the news is unfolding. Sky News was the first to report it just minutes ago, and I grabbed it. I waited for confirmation from Ukraine, staying up late, and now even more stuff is coming in. I can show you this right here. Clash report is saying U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance making this statement: "We will withdraw from mediating between Russia and Ukraine if we do not receive a positive response. We have presented a clear and fair proposal to both the Russians and the Ukrainians." No, what you have done is you have taken the Russian side. You have not given a fair proposal to Ukraine. So, you know what? That's just the way it is. If that's how the United States is going to try to lead in this, then just get out of the way and let's figure this out with the rest of the world, because we can be much stronger without your delaying tactics and this obvious exit. It's obvious the United States is exiting. Here is the Vice President J.D. Vance. Now, additionally, there is a lot more going on right now that I need to share with you. So this was the news report coming in. The top diplomats from the UK, US, France, Germany, and Ukraine have postponed a plan to meet in London on Wednesday for high-level talks on how to end Russia's war. Discussions will instead take place among senior officials from the 5 nations. Oh, what does that mean? So that is absolutely nothing. I mean, what are they going to talk about? So we're going down to the 3rd, 4th, 5th level, and not being disrespectful to anybody that's at that level of government. But if the big dogs aren't meeting, then there's nothing to talk about. Though the Ukrainian foreign minister is still due to be in the capital and will hold bilateral meeting with David Lammy. That is what's understood, and that would be Andrei Subiga, the foreign minister of Ukraine. I mean, there's reports coming out. France, they've canceled their flights. Germany's canceled their flights. It's over. It's postponed, and this is what's going to happen. It was coming out on Sky News. London peace talks downgraded as Kyiv rejects U.S. plan to recognize Crimea as Russian. It's what we said earlier, and now we're having the confirmation with it and coming back with the breaking news on it, so you guys are updated. I'm tired tonight, man. Woo. But that's not all that's happening. A lot more has happened over the last few hours. We know that the big explosions are still going on in the military depot there northeast of Moscow. That is still happening right now, but Russia has struck Ukraine very strongly last night and also this morning. I can tell you right now, Markanets, Ukraine was just struck within the last hour or so. It was a multifaceted attack with MLRS, drones, and yes, it was a bus that was hit, and that's the only picture I'm going to show you because the rest of them are absolutely horrific. 9 people were killed 1 hour ago this morning in Markanets, Ukraine, which is just north of Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. It's like Nikopol, Markanets, and then Zaporizhia. That's where it's located, just for you to have it right there in central Ukraine. Off of the zero. It's across the water. It's up above Nikopol. It's madness. In fact, that's the Dnepropetrovsk region, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. Additionally, very, very bad news here as well. Kherson power was struck. The Russian Federation destroyed one of the key enterprises of Kherson's energy infrastructure city administration. That happened last night and this morning. The actual quote from the Kherson OVA or the administrator is, it's the #1 power producing, and right now we have a problem. The city has no power. Energy workers, and this is a quote, are doing everything possible and also what is impossible to stabilize the situation in the city. I'll go back right here to this and then I'll check everything else really quick. But U.S. VP J.D. Vance, we will withdraw from mediating between Russia and Ukraine if we do not receive positive response. We have presented a clear and fair proposal to both the Russians and the Ukrainians. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, 3 a.m. Eastern, I can tell you everything, and I'm just double checking it over here on my right monitor. All of this is confirmed. This is what is happening. Breaking news right now. London, peace talks downgraded. I don't want to use the word canceled. They're using the word postponed, but the bottom line is we all knew it earlier. If you were here on my earlier video, and not that I knew, it was just easy to see. Zelenskyy once again being a world leader. Zelenskyy once again standing up for what is right. Zelenskyy once again not crumbling to Putin, not crumbling before Donald Trump, fighting for his nation, fighting for truth, for justice, for freedom, for future, fighting for you and I, and for all that is good in the world. And you know what? Kudos to you, President Zelenskyy. Do not back down.
Slava Ukraine.
We can even do this. Yeah, that's a good way for me to go to bed tonight. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. The breaking news. Talks are postponed. We shall see what unfolds. Be back at you after I get a little shut-eye. Be blessed.